One.
Ever since the 90s, Lauterbrunnen has been an international magnet for base jumpers because of its imposing cliff face and picturesque setting. More than 20,000 people jump from here every year. When the weather's nice, a jumper lands every other minute. But many don't land safely. There have been more than 200 accidents and 38 people have died. Farmer Matthias Voits has taken a strong stand after watching a base jumper die in his field.
I heard a bang. A base jumper crashed into the rock face several times, fell to the bottom of the cliff and died there. That was the most horrible experience of my life, watching someone dying right before my eyes.
How did you react?
I felt sort of angry that someone could put their life on the line like that for just a few seconds of thrills. That they didn't have more respect for their own lives.
Last year, a woman who was 4 months pregnant lost her life after base jumping from the cliff here. Matthias Voits became a vociferous opponent of base jumping and aired his views in a Swiss newspaper, to the dismay of the Swiss Base Jumping Association. The association sells landing permits to jumpers in local restaurants and in the tourism office. They cost 25 francs for the whole year. In 2012, they sold more than 400 permits. 80% of the money goes to the farmers whose fields the jumpers land in to compensate for trampled grass and any other damage caused. But Voits has not received his share for 2012.
There was a meeting this year at which landing money was handed out among the farmers. Apparently, because I'd said bad things about base jumping in the press, mentioning a fatal case, I wasn't entitled to any landing money for last year.
Swiss TV asked the president of the Swiss Base Jumping Association why Voits had not received his fees.
It's true that last year we agreed to pay him for landings on his farmland, but in return he would have had to avoid saying bad things about us.
So this is more like hush money than a landing fee?
No, it's not hush money. Of course he can say what he wants. But he really criticised us. He has the right, of course, but then we also have the right to not pay him.
Voits would now like a ban imposed on the sport. The town mayor says he's also upset about all the accidents and deaths, but feels a ban would go too far.
If you see a bad accident close up, as I have myself, it really shocks you. It really gets to you. But that's no reason to condemn the sport in general, or to stop it altogether.
Nevertheless, the commune has intervened in a small way. Jumpers have been banned from using one of their old take-off haunts, as they were landing too close to the village. There are still about 8 sites they can jump from in the valley.
Mr. Voits is actually destroying the harmony here, as he's the only farmer in the whole valley who's against base jumping. It doesn't achieve anything. It's not quite true. I'm not the only one against it. I'm just the only one who speaks up. Many people in the village, not just farmers, keep quiet because the sport generates a lot of money in overnight stays. If you say anything against it, you only make enemies.
Voits is refusing to let anyone land in his field. He doesn't care about the fees. He says he would feel partly responsible if any more jumpers had accidents there.